Hey guys, Rock here. First off, happy Thanksgiving. If you guys aren't following me on my other platforms where I do shorter content, I threw this video together for you to show you what I've been up to the past couple days. Hope you guys enjoy it. All right, last repair on the 2008 Honda TRX 700XX. This thing is headed home tomorrow. So I gotta replace the chain, the front and the rear sprockets, clutch cable, and I got a set of brake pads for it. So the valves sound pretty loose on this thing, so we're gonna be checking the valves. Okay, so we're gonna rotate this engine counterclockwise. What we wanna do is we wanna see the intake valves go down and then come back up. When they come up, we're gonna be looking for the T right here. That is an F, and right there's the T. So now we're on top dead center. Gonna check these valves. Intake actually feel pretty good. Exhaust, hard to tell. I think this one might be a little loose. We're looking for 0.6 of an inch on the intake, 0.8 on the exhaust. Now when you're checking any valves, you want the engine cold. Otherwise it could certainly throw off your readings. 0.5 passes through. 0.5 passes through over there. I can actually sneak my 0.7 in here. So this side's a little loose over here on the intake. Go ahead and loosen this side up. We'll go ahead and tighten this up to 0.6. All right, now the exhaust side, we're looking for 0.8 of an inch. This side's loose. Tighten her up. So we get the intake set to 0.6, the exhaust set to 0.8. We'll throw her back together. We'll go ahead and put our new shields down. Let's go ahead and get the right clutch cable on here. This is off my Honda Interceptor 250. Got our new Motion Pro cable. Now we can go ahead and remove the chain. There's our master link. Pocket should come right out of there, no problem. Just like so. I can see we're missing a tooth. And as I mentioned before, we're swapping out the 13 tooth to the original 14 tooth. I put a little grease on there. It makes life a little easier for the next guy. Somebody put these nice wheels on here. And look at what they did. They reused the stock lug nuts, which do not go to these rims. Stock rims would sink in like that in the rim. These are flat, so they just got these turned around. I guess it works, but I think I'd buy the right lug nuts if I was putting on brand new wheels. So the rear sprocket is definitely not as easy to change as a lot of machines because of the independent here, and it's hooked right here. The sprocket has to slide down the CV shaft and come out of here, so we got to pull this hub off. So I also had to remove the lower A-arm here, but once that's out, then you can go ahead and your rear sprocket will come off. Just like so. One goes on, same way the old one come off. Yeah, I just put everything back together how we found it. Go ahead and put our new chain on. Man, these rear brakes suck to get at. There's just no room in here. Another set of pads, certainly past their prime. For reference, that's the old one versus the new pad. Well, that took entirely too long. Had to pull the rear tire off to access it a little better. Finally got it. Worst part about this is I'm not even charging for labor for the chain and sprocket swap. The owner was like, well, how much is that gonna cost? I said, you know what, you let me have some fun on this thing. I really enjoyed driving this thing. I said, I'll do it for free. So He's paying me for all the other stuff for sure. Right, time to move on to the front. Whoa, out of fluid almost. These pads are so worn. When I pushed one caliper back, it brought it up that much. Push the other one back, it'll probably be almost full. Other side. Those pads are really bad. Get these pushed back. Right up to the top. Okay. The last touch. Oh, she's back together. That took entirely too long. Talk about last minute. It's Saturday night right now. I come out here at, well, actually, no, it's not. Technically it's Sunday morning, but I come out here Saturday night. I think I came out around 10:30 or something. And here it is, let me check. 2:45. I guess I better go in and get a little sleep because I gotta meet this guy in about 5 hours. Whew, 6 o'clock rolled around early this morning, but anyway, she's done. She's running. Engine sounds quite a bit better. It's a lot quieter. You don't hear the valves nearly as much. But after all that work, I still got a problem. The reason I started looking at the chain and sprockets is because when I put it in reverse, it had a pretty bad clunk. And I looked at the sprocket and I saw teeth missing. I said, oh, that's the problem right there. Unfortunately, that's not the issue. There's further issues in that transmission, I think. We're not slipping on that sprocket now, and it's still making a noise. It's only in reverse. It certainly had to be changed anyways. Look at the condition of the sprockets. Even the top one is missing partial tooth right there. This one's missing a whole tooth. Pull this breeze out of here finally so I can go deliver that. The owner didn't want to go any further right now, so she's getting loaded up and shipped out. I'm not working on the Honda Rancher today, but I'm going to take advantage of the current weather conditions to do some diagnosing on it. It's about 20 degrees right now, Fahrenheit, so we're going to check this thing out. I was told it has issues when it's cold, so I don't know how cold. He said it doesn't run the best, and also it's got the clutching issue. Fuel injected. Fired right up. I did have this running last night. I was checking it out a little bit, but I couldn't mimic the conditions he was telling me about. So right now it's cold. Gonna try it out. Right here, the thing started right up beautifully. Sounds good. Idling perfect. Yeah, I don't know. I don't see any running issues right now. Gonna let it warm up a little bit. The Sportsman 550 is all done. The owner's coming to get that this morning, so I'll have to go grab that for him. Let's see how she starts this morning. Very good. Now that we're getting some snow, that's going to be one of the projects coming up pretty soon. You know, these digital displays, I do like them on these Polarises. However, I don't like that you can't run the RPMs and the speed at the same time. You can only choose from that or that. I'd rather have both at the same time, you know what I mean? That old girl's ready to go. All right, let's check this out. As you can see, I'm still slacking on the firewood. Oh yeah, we're good for the rest of the day. So I drove around for a little bit. I did notice a little slippage in second gear going up a hill one time, but it wasn't that bad. I don't know. I'll probably end up getting into the clutch on that thing. As far as running wise, that thing runs great. I get that bike undercover. Let's see how she starts. This is the 1983 Kawasaki Voyager, 6-cylinder, 1300 cc. Everything's digital on here. All right, this thing is fuel injected, but she's old. Oh no. That's the key in it, and she is froze solid. Throw a little spray in there. We got that key. There we go, that worked. There we go, everything's working. Ooh, fuel pull took a minute. She's cold. Let's see how she starts. Huh, when I hit the starter button, it's activating the fuel pump. So we got our jump pack and our screwdriver. Alright, we got our jump pack hooked up. See if that makes a difference. No. I pulled my solenoid out, gonna try to cross that. There we go. It's trying to start. I think she needs a throttle here. There she goes. Oh, that throttle's sticky. I'll let her warm up for a minute. Didn't start too bad though, but must be the solenoid's froze. Run her, let's see how she goes. She's cold. Poor clock. Well, once she cools down, I can put the cover on her. You could certainly use some studs in those tires. All right, well, it's even colder today, so let's go try to start that Honda Rancher 420. It is almost 0, 3 or 4 degrees. I'll start my truck up. I got a few things we'll do today. Somebody wanted to see a cold start of the Kubota. That thing fires up good, even in this temperature. But this is a customer's. They said it had problems when it gets really cold, so maybe it'll have problems now. We'll see. That thing keeps popping off. Anyways, this thing started good the other day. Yesterday, I think. Man, look at that. This thing starts beautiful. And I don't know if they're just trying to take off with it when it's cold. Somebody had mentioned, well, don't let it warm up. Well, I mean, I didn't really want to beat on it when it's cold, but I mean, she takes throttle, put it in gear. Oh, she is slipping bad right there. Okay, so we do have an issue when it's very cold out. Put it in first. It's almost like it wants to creep ahead. I wonder if that clutch is like engaging the one-way bearing maybe. And it's definitely slipping, but you see what I mean? That thing's not idled up very much. I would say that's certainly clutch related. So that's good. I'm glad it's cold because the guy said, I don't think it's gonna get cold enough to have you show the running issue. He said when he starts it in gear sometimes, bear with me, I'm getting sick. He said when you start it in gear sometimes it doesn't work very good either, but if we get that clutch issue situated, that thing will be 100%. Let's go ahead and cold start the Eco Diesel. This thing starts up no problem. I've started this in 30 below before. All right, what does this say? Let's see here. 3 degrees, yep. Look how easy that thing starts. I better turn my heater on here. You get a little smoke at startup. This is the 3-liter Eco Diesel. 2014, first year of the Eco Diesel. All right, let's go ahead and start the Kubota. This has got a 3-cylinder diesel, D902. This is a BX 2230. She's got glow plugs. I think they're getting a little weak because it used to start a lot better. Didn't matter what temp, but we'll go ahead and try her out. I think she'll start right up. Them cycle for a minute. Ooh, turning over slow though. We'll go ahead and hit them again. Oop. Just turn the key a little bit, like halfway, to cycle those cold plugs. Come on, girl. Ooh. Like I said, it used to start right up, didn't matter the temp. I've started this up at 30 below as well. Fahrenheit, I'm talking Fahrenheit for you Canadian folks. There she goes. One more cycle of those glow plugs and I think she'll start right up. He is cold. Might take a little throttle. Hard to run this with one hand. Come on, girl. Gotta push some wood. After this, we're gonna go check out the wood boiler somebody was asking about. There she goes. Definitely gotta let that thing warm up a little bit before I get to moving. The hydraulics probably aren't even working right now. But like I said, it used to start a lot better. It's got 3 glow plugs, 1 for each cylinder. I'm thinking 1's bad, probably. Actually, that might have 2 for each cylinder. I don't know. But somebody was asking about this wood boiler. Let's go check that out. So you can see I got a big pile of wood here. Got a big pile of wood in the shed here. Where are we at? We're at 157. So this is water temperature. This is what your water temperature is running. My hands are getting sorry. I filled her up last night at like 10 o'clock. I don't know, it's like 7 right now, 7 a.m. So she holds wood pretty good. Those are pretty good chunks. This is 2 foot by 2 foot. But yeah, we're good right now. This is the Woodmaster 4400. She heats very well, but she does burn through some wood. I mean, I don't know what size this building is, but it's pretty big. Yeah, I don't know, pretty big. And that's, you know, I can't touch the roof. Especially in the front here. But yeah, usually if this is full right out to the edge here, like last year, starting in January, I had some wood piled up on the edge here. I was a little more ahead last year. In January, I was out to the edge here. I got that far. You know, by springtime, when I shut the boiler off, I was getting pretty close. I mean, I don't take from the ends, help keep the building supported, but it was getting down there for sure. But yeah, you know, these are pretty big chunks of wood, about up to my knee. It might not look it on the camera, but these things are freaking heavy. Somebody said throw them in whole. I do some of them, but I mean, you try to grab like that thing's pretty massive. This is my knee and it's up here, so pretty good size. That one's pretty narrow, but it's just hard on the back, you know, if you try to put these up whole. But essentially what a wood boiler does is, you can see the firebox here. It only goes up to here, but this building is a lot bigger. There's a big tank that goes around this thing, and it's filled with water. And it heats up the water, and there's little water circulating pumps in the back that circulate water to the house. So there's PEX pipe that runs underground over to the house, and that's what heats it. They go into heat exchangers, or you can get a bunch of different stuff. I have a heat exchanger actually inside the ducting of my oil burner. My oil burner hasn't run in years, but I can use the same thermostat to control the blower system on that oil burner. It runs off this water from the heat exchanger inside the ductwork. But yeah, I do use the Kubota to push this stuff because it's pretty heavy. I mean, I can do it, but it just makes it easier as you're splitting, push it on over. So I'm gonna let that warm up a little further. It's definitely still cold. You can see the truck still smoking a little bit. I'm absolutely glad I started this up today and tried to take off. I guarantee that's what's wrong with it. You know, maybe they're running some thick oil in there. I doubt it, because it did start up pretty good. Like I said, sorry about this cold. I didn't think I was gonna get it. My wife had it for a week straight and I never got sick. My daughter never got sick, and we both just got it within the past couple days. I think working overnight on that Honda TRX 700 did me in. Well, it sure warmed up a lot overnight. About 30 degrees this morning. We picked up a few more inches of heavy wet snow. I'd say it's about time for some snowmobile content. First off, obviously I'm still sick. I'd like to apologize to my customers because I have not been working on your stuff. You guys have no idea how many times I'm repeating myself just to be able to say a sentence here. Figured I'd get you a little content. Past couple days I tried working on that Polaris 6x6, getting the transmission put together. It's just, I got a sore throat, my sinuses are all plugged up, which is giving me a headache, and trying to do that transmission is just, oh, I want to be 100% when I'm in any transmissions, any engines, any vital parts. I don't want to be second guessing myself. So
It's gonna have to wait. I know you guys want it done, but you're gonna want it done right. But we can certainly do a little snowmobile content, I think, here. This stuff is heavy. Yesterday it was so cold, it was just fluffy stuff. This is freaking heavy. I just took this off the trailer last night because I thought we might get enough snow to try it out. And the owner wanted me to try this thing out if we get enough snow. This is a 2003 Skidoo MXZ-X 440. However, this has got a mod 600 in it, so it's got a 600 engine. It was done professionally. It's like she's built by RPM Racing Engines in Georgia, Vermont. The serial number on there for the modification. Yeah, I gotta do a little work to this, just check it over and something with that. I don't think the primer's working or something. So anyways, let's try to fire this thing up. Got the twin pipes. I bet this thing sounds mean. I haven't heard this thing run yet, so we're gonna fire it up together. Check engine light on here. There we go. That's gonna be a fun toy for him in this winter. The owner of this thing might be in Florida right now. I know when I picked it up, he was headed to Florida in a couple weeks, so I'm not sure if he's there or not. Got a nice paddle track on it with some studs. I don't know if cranking on that thing was the best for me.